Hello students, this is workout number 2. Okay, this is going to be a kata sequence breakdown workout. For your warm-up, refer back to the first video. Okay, I want you to do the exact same warm-up. Alright, don't change it. The 3 katas we're going to work on: Heian Sandan, Heian Yondan, Teki Shodan. Okay, the blue belts will be working on Heian Sandan. Sasha, you'll be working on Heian Yondan. Ryan and Mr. Owen, you'll be working on Teki Shodan. Okay, Sasha, yours should be towards the middle of this video, and Ryan and Owen, yours should be towards the end if you want to skip to it. Alright, so let's start with Heian Sandan. We're going to break it down. We're going to take the kata and take groups of techniques and make sequences. Between each sequence, you're going to do the whole kata, except for Keegan and Ezekiel. You don't know it yet. You're just going to do the sequence about 20 times. And you can do all of the sequences for it, but I suggest you really only do the first 2 and really get those down. But if you want to do all the sequences and even try the whole kata, you're welcome to, guys. Alright, between each sequence, for the others, Paul, Emily, Jacob, do the whole kata. As soon as you finish the last sequence that we talk about, you're going to do the whole kata 5 times. Alright? I'll go over this whenever we actually break down the kata as well, but I just want to remind you here, the same thing applies to you, Sasha, and the same thing applies to Ryan and Mr. Owen. Alright, the first kata we're going to do is Heian Sandan. This is the first sequence. Alright, Hunter's going to do it in slow motion. The first movement is outward block. She crosses the hands out front, and look, she's almost touching the elbows, okay? She's not touching the forearms, she's not touching the wrists, okay? The hand that's going to block is closest to the floor. Okay, when she steps out in that outward block, this hand is pulled back nice and tight. This hand is nice and straight right here. Okay. When she comes up to do the next motion, she drops the front hand in a downward block position, and as soon as she gets there with her feet touching, she changes hands. That's movement 2. Movement 3, she changes hands again. Movement 4, she's going to cross hands again at the elbow, turn all the way around, outward block in back stance. Turn your back foot more, Hunter. Good. And then she's going to come up, drop that front hand in the downward block position, cross, and cross. Now let's look at something here, okay? I want to look at it from this angle. Her downward block, if you look at it, is not way off to the side. It's just across the front right here. Move it in a little bit, Hunter, there. And her outward block is right there over her ribs as well. It's not way out here to the side either, okay? That is sequence number 1, students, okay? You're going to do this sequence 10 times, and then you're going to do the whole kata, except for Ezekiel and Keegan. You can do this 20 times if you want to, guys. Now, sequence number 2. Her next movement is she steps out into back stance and does a reinforced outward block. And look at where the position is of her fist against her elbow, okay? The little finger side is right here against the elbow, and she's in a good back stance. Alright, then she steps forward just like in Heian Nidan and does a spear hand thrust. Okay, I'm going to come straight ahead so you can watch the next movement. Alright, movement number 3 in this sequence, she's going to bring her feet together, start turning her body around. Notice how she rotated her hand. Now she's in a good strong side stance, okay? And this is a hammer fist. Okay? The hand here is straight out like she was punching this way, but the hand actually comes around this way and hits. Okay? It's not this way, okay? It's straight this way, straight across. Then she's going to finish this sequence with a stepping punch ki. Good. You're going to do that sequence 10 times. Alright, and then those who know the kata, Paul, Emily, and Jacob, you're going to do the whole kata, and then you're going to get ready for the next sequence. Sequence 3, from here, she pulls the back foot up, brings the hands in close, turns around and brings her elbows up, and her toes are touching, okay, and her elbows came up together on that one. The next movement, she's going to step out with the right leg, okay, really high, turns into a side stance. Then not yet, Hunter. I'm going to come around this side so we can see it better. Okay, she's going to bring that hand off, come all the way flat and all the way down. We're going to look at that movement again because I want to show you something. All right, so it's going to come here, straight off, come straight flat, okay? It's not here or here, it's flat, and her arm is completely straight. Then she's going to snap it back over quickly to that position. All right, the next movement in this sequence, she steps up again, high with the knee, turn and stomp, back fist. One more time, up, back fist. Okay, that's the sequence. You're going to do that sequence 10 times, starting from the stand-up position and finishing here. Okay, and then Paul, Emily, and Jacob do the kata. All right, her next movement is she's going to bring her right hand out, open block, and as soon as she does, she steps and punches. No ki. Good front stance. Now she's going to bring the back leg up halfway like she's in yoi stance, knees bent. She's going to turn the left foot all the way around into side stance. And look at this. We're going to see this from the front, or the side actually. Her right hand is right over the shoulder, okay? Her left hand is pulled back right here. What she's doing, she's punching here, elbows here. It's not up here in her eyes or in her chin. It's pointing in a downward angle, and her fist is reaching over, and she's elbowing, okay? Now, the next movement, she's going to pick up her right foot, not pick up her left at all, slide to the side, change your hands in ki. And that's it. That's the last one. Yame. Okay, you're going to do that sequence 10 times, and then you're going to go over the kata 5 times, those of you who know it. All right, thank you. Okay, the next kata we're going to do is for Sasha. It's Heian Yondan. All right, she's going to step out, do the first 4 moves, and you know these, Sasha, but she's going to do it in slow motion. Watch her feet and her hands. They're going to move together. 1, 2, feet and hands drop. Turn. Good. 3, X block. And 4, reinforced. Now, this is where we're going to work on those side kicks like we talked about after the belt test, okay? She's going to come up. 1, 2, recover, and go down. Go back. Let's do that one again, Hunter. We're going to recover that one a little bit better. All right? Ready? You're on reinforced. She comes up. Side kick, back fist, recover. Elbow. Good. By the way, this is the second sequence. The first sequence stops at the reinforce. All right, this is the start of the second sequence. All right, then she steps up. 2. Then she does block, strike. That's the second sequence. Okay. Remember, after each sequence, you do the whole kata. Okay. You're going to do each sequence at least 10 times. Step forward, front kick, grab, ki. Turn, break. Step out, good. Remember what we also worked on this part after the belt test, okay? Where you do front kick, come down with that lunge punch, and then reverse punch. Good. And then do the same thing to the opposite side. Pull in, break. Good. That's the third sequence. Do that 10 times. Do the whole kata. Now, she's going to step forward. This is the next sequence. Reinforced. 1, 2, 3. Grab. 4, 5. Okay. That's the whole kata. All right. That's the last sequence. You're going to do that one. Yame. And as soon as you finish that one, you're going to do the kata at least 10 times. So for Mr. Owen and Ryan, we're doing Teki Shodan. All right, so let's break this thing down into sequences. Ready? Coming in. All right, left hand over right. All right. Stepping to your right first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the first sequence. Do this 10 times and then do the whole kata. If you can remember it. If not, we'll go through the whole thing in a minute. Ready? Next sequence. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the second sequence, okay? Do that 10 times and then the whole kata. Now for the last sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to do this one last 10 times. Sorry, I said this is the last sequence. It's not. The next one will be the last sequence. So this is the third sequence. You do it 10 times, do the whole kata. This should be the last sequence. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the whole kata and the last sequence. Yame. Now we're going to watch Hunter do the whole kata from beginning to end. Okay, she's going to do it about slow motion, so you can watch the whole thing, guys. Remember, between each sequence, do the whole kata. Do each sequence 10 times. Once you finish the last sequence, you're going to do the kata 5 times. Ready? Yoi. Teki Shodan.
Teki Shodan.
Coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yummy. That's the whole kata, guys. So make sure you do it at least 5 times at the end and at least once between each sequence. Thanks, guys.